Hello everybody, how are you doing? This is Dale here for video number 6, I think it is now. And I hope you're all keeping well, hope you're all keeping active. And you can probably see today that I'm in a little bit of a different position in my room. My little studio here, I've been working on just setting up a little bit of a studio to record a few bits. So maybe have some more professional stuff to give out. But like I was just going to say that having all this free time kind of gives you a lot more space to get into things that you've been wanting to do. So make sure to use the time valuably, especially now that you might not be going back to school now, coming up to like the end of May. You have a lot of time to get into something. So like something that I've been working on is doing a bit of a home studio at the moment, just trying to get it set up, figure out some stuff on the computer, and that would maybe be my speciality. But like, you know, it's just good to get into doing new things like that. And another thing I've been doing is just taking up a bit of cycling, trying to stay active, get out of the house, you know, ringing your friends, things like that. So it's important to still do them things, I think. And well, not that I think, I know it's important to do them things. So definitely keep at it. And I hope you're getting on good with the beatboxing, and I hope you're still looking at Eddie's videos as well. We put a bit of effort into these videos, so it'd be great to see you actually getting something out of it at the end of the day. And over the last couple of weeks, we've been looking at some beatboxing, and we're still going to look at that because there's so many different elements to beatboxing, and I want to like give you all a little bit of something to do every week, just to build up your beatboxing skills, you know, because it's quite fun, I think, and you can do it wherever you want, whenever you want. You always can just play music, so it's a good pastime. So last week we were really focusing on creating a bass line with our throat and beatboxing at the same time. And from what I can remember was we were doing an ascending bass line to our boots and cats rhythm. And it went a little bit like this. Boom, 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 excuse me, I had a bit of food and found it hard to beatbox at the same time. But there you go, so that's what we were kind of looking at. Okay, let's try to do that 8 times together, and then we're going to move on to something fresh today. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. Do it again. Boom, 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 boom. Very good. Okay, so that's what we were looking at last week, and that's quite tricky to do. So if you've got that down, fair play. That's really good stuff. And the next thing that I want us to look at today, like, we're going to kind of stay with this rhythm and just like show you a few different elements you can put into it. Okay, and one of them elements that I like to do a lot is holding the bass note as you do the rhythm. Okay, this can be quite tricky, and if you can get this, all the better. But I'll just give you an example of what I want to show you, and then maybe I'll break it down and we'll look at this part and that part, and we'll try to put them all together, and hopefully by the end of the video you'll be able to do this part. And it goes a little bit something like this. So let me just get this right now. Okay, there you go. Don't mind me at the beginning. It's quite hard to get into getting the two things happen at the one time. So please forgive me for the little mistake at the beginning. But does that make sense? So that's what we're kind of going to work on today. Okay. So to be able to do that, you are doing two things at the one time. Okay. So you're using a lot of different muscles, a lot of different parts of the brain all at the one time to do this. Okay. So it's quite tricky. You can even see at the beginning there, I was even struggling to get into it. But once you get into it and get the hang of it, it's quite addictive. Okay? So like, there's two ways you can go about this, I feel. And the first way is to get your bass note with your throat and then bring in your rhythm. Okay? Or you can do your rhythm and then bring in the bass note. So whatever one you prefer, we'll try both and we'll see. Okay? So I just want you to hold a tone, no particular tone in general, and just try bring in the rhythm. Okay. Now when you're actually doing this rhythm, you might find it hard to really pronounce the rhythm and to have the same effect as if you weren't doing your bass note. Because if I'm not doing my bass note, I'm able to put way more power in with my lips and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? So it might feel like you don't have the same power, but still go with it. That's how you build up to it. Okay. So first thing I want us to do, I want us to hold our bass note. So it's going to go like this. Okay. So you want to try to find that tone with me. And you can change the tone of that as well if you really play around with your throat, like Mongolian throat singing. If you've ever heard of that, it's really cool traditional singing from Mongolia. It's kind of, they use the throat and they warp the sound to create some really cool sounds. So we like bring it lower maybe. My voice likes to be around this pitch, so we'll go here. Now, once you have that, that's good. So the next thing I want us to do, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with my hands, so you can see my hands, so I won't be able to talk. And then I want us to bring in the okay? Let's give this a go. 1, so first off, throat, then the second part, bring in the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Let's just do that much, okay? Because it's quite tricky. So it sounds really nice when you bring in the rhythm on top of the note, okay? Let's give it again. 3, 4. 3, 4. Three, 4. Last time. 3, 4. Very good. Woo! So there you go. That's the first way to kind of just to figure that out for yourself. Playing the bass note, bring in the rhythm. Let's flip that now, and let's try do our rhythm and then bring in your bass note. Okay, and you'll see whichever one works for you, whichever one's easier, harder, whatever one you feel. Okay. Oh, back. Okay. So we'll start the same again. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring in the beat. We're going to go. I personally find this one a little bit trickier. Now, it could be different for you, but let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. My mistake, I was doing it at the same time with cheat. Let's do it again. 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, there you go. Please forgive me for my little mistake there at the beginning as well, but you get the hang of it, okay? So that's the next little thing we've done there. Now, the next thing I want to do with us is I want to keep that repeating, okay? And I want you to like drop your bass note, bring in your bass note after every 4. So that would sound like this. So we're not going to stop. It's going to continually go ahead now, and it sound like this. So I want to bring in the rhythm first, and then the bass note. So it sounds like this. Okay, so it's important to remember to really focus. Okay, I was really trying to focus there, and I was really trying to focus on my pronunciation of the beat, because I feel when I bring in the bass note, that power is not there. So that's definitely something we should all be working on. Okay, so you really want to get that power into the rhythm while having a steady bass note underneath. Okay, so there you go. You get the hang of that there. Right, so that's just an example. I want us to actually try it now together. Okay, so after the count of 4, I'm going to start, and we're just going to keep doing that over and over and over until we just feel a bit more comfortable with it. Okay, let's give it a go, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, finish. Okay, so there you go. Now, just to finish up really quickly, just to give you an example, if you put like your beat from last week and this week together, it'll sound maybe a little bit something like this. So if you went like Woo. There you go. So guys, that's just an example of putting the last week's beat and this week's beat together. Maybe you might want to try that. You can just keep listening to the video and trying to beatbox along and all that crack. And make sure if there's a part you're struggling with all that, just to go back, pause it, play it, keep repeating, turn on the speaker, the way I always practice, turn on the speaker, play along to the speaker. Okay? Yeah? All good. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be chatting to you next week. So goodbye for now.